Hello, my name is Daniel Rostand, and I live in Spain, where I'm making this video. This video is about, the name of my channel is Diabetes Goodbye. Well, diabetes is a chronic disease. You see, it's not supposed to go away. But in my case, there is something really kind of very different about. According to doctors, they say that they have never seen a case like mine. And it's not that I'm not diabetic anymore. I do have diabetes. You can't lower your guard with diabetes. But my quality of life is very good. Usually diabetes, makes people suffer a lot because of neuropathy. But let's go slowly. In 2017, I was hospitalized. I went to hospital. As you can see here, Daniel Rostan Torres. Okay, I'll show you my health card. As you can see, Daniel Rostan Torres, this is Sistema Nacional de Salud de España. This is Spain's health national system. This is my ID. That's me. Okay, as you can see, Rostan Torres, Daniel Jose, Kingdom of Spain. Okay. December 24th, 2017, I was taken to hospital because I have hyperglycemia, as you can see here, and I have mycosis, which is I was full of fungi because of what is called ketoacidosis. Okay, but now we need to make something clear. For you to be diabetic, it's not only that you have high glucose. It has nothing to do with diabetes. A lot of people have high glucose or low glucose, but that is far from diabetes. What makes you diabetic is when they measure the amount of poison or acid that is created once glucose is not burned because you don't have insulin in your body. So glucose ferments and becomes lactic acid, which burns. But it's heavier than blood, so it goes down, and this is why feet and lower part of legs bother a lot. And other parts of the body too, but mostly neuropathy is in the feet and lower part of the legs. It can also be here in the hands or in the arms, because it goes down. You walk, you go down, so glucose poison goes down. So what makes you diabetic is once that amount of poison, which is in the last 3 months that is measured, is beyond 7%. Below 7%, you're not diabetic. Above 7%, you're diabetic. And 7, 8, or 9, 9 is 8 is really high. Look at mine when I got to the hospital, 11.8. That's enough to kill somebody. Then I was taken to the central hospital. As you can see here, Daniel Jose Rostan. This is Hospital La Candelaria, which is the central hospital here. And, glucose was so high that they thought I had a neurological problem because I couldn't even speak. I was just gone. So they put me into neurology. And when I got to hospital, Daniel Jose Rostan, I had 500. They measured 500 glucose. And I show you what 500 means in American standards or Anglo-Saxon standards. 500 means 27.75 into the glucometer. That's enough to kill an elephant, I don't know how I survived. But A1C went high. It went to 12.1%. So I was doing really bad. And obviously that is a debut. That's what they call it. That's your debut as a diabetes person. So if you have more than 7% A1C, you're diabetics. Obviously, your glucose goes high and also down. Okay, this is the proof I was in hospital. Now, what the doctors tell me, obviously, doctors, they obviously I had to go to control. I was under control, with the doctor. And this is the endocrinology patient, Daniel Jose Rostan Torres. You can see. And the doctor here, it's stamped because I always ask for a stamp. 2017, it was February. No, excuse me. This one, it was April 2017. Daniel Jose Rostan Torres. This is what they say, he's a diabetic patient, he's under control, he went to hospital in 2017 because of a crisis, but look at A1C, it's 5.6. That's not diabetics. But obviously, it was one of the controls, and they say, well, we have to see next time, because this is European Union, they go with a book. You see, so it's like if they don't know how to think outside the box. For them, it was like, So I was trying to ask them. I said, look, why don't you tell me congratulations? You're doing really well, blah, blah, blah. But they would obviously, they had doubts. So they kept waiting. So next time, it was August 2017. Same thing. Lower pancreatic reserve, blah, blah, blah. He was in hospital 2017. Look at H1C. H is called HB1C. 5.2. It was going down. According to this, I'm not diabetic. Then, 3 months later, same thing. Daniel Jose Rostan, lower pancreatic reserve, blah, blah, blah. A1C, 5.3, non-diabetics. So this is when the doctor told me, sir, you don't need to come here anymore. And he said, I cannot tell my superiors about you because we would go into investigation. Medical investigation. They will call you and they will start making all kind of tests to you, and then your life wouldn't be so happy. And in my case, they would tell me that I am not doing my job the right way. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep you as diabetics. Go home, and then you keep receiving insulin. There you are. I keep receiving insulin. Why? Because if you have diabetes, you should not lower your guard. I keep having this. There you go. Okay? And my glucose goes up. Not that much, but it shouldn't go beyond 130 for European standards. But 130, I'll tell you how much it is in American standards. 130 would be 7. Beyond 7, glucose is not good. Beyond 7 or beyond 130 is not good. And you should not have more than 9.9 in American standards or 180 in European standards. It's not good if you have it for more than 2 hours. It starts destroying the body. And you should never go beyond 130. You always have to keep below 130. But look, they're not even opened. All this is unused. They have to give it to me according to the law because I'm diabetics. But I barely use, insulin. Okay? This is for, when you eat, you get your insulin. And this is for the 24 hours insulin. As you can see, I don't use it much. Why? Because if I control my diet, which is what I do, I know what to eat, I know what herbs to eat, I know what natural things to take, and that's besides your treatment. Because what I'm going to tell you when you write me, when you require my services, because I'm a diabetes coach, I'm going to tell you what I did, but this is not for you. This is not a treatment. This is not a cure. Please be advised. This is not a cure. This is not a treatment. You should keep your treatment. But I'm going to tell you how your glucose is not going to go up according to what you eat, according to what you have breakfast, according to what you have lunch, what you have in during dinner. I'll tell you. But I keep my treatment. There you are. This is metformin, this is Efficif, this is something more, I guess, I don't know, a different kind of medicine. But I always have this in hand. And I practically don't even use the needles. But I have to keep them because according to the law, I have to be given that because I'm diabetic. Okay? And I always have to, because after a certain amount of days, you have to throw this away and this. Because once you open it, the light starts wearing it down. But this saves lives. So you should not, please be advised, you should not stop your treatment. You do your treatment as your doctors say. But you listen to what I did, and then your quality of life, besides your treatment, can improve if you do it as an advice. I'm just going to tell you what I eat, what I take, what vitamins I take, what minerals I take, so my quality of life is okay, so I can go and exercise and I don't have to suffer so much, because I know what it means. I know what the burning in your body means, and it's not good. You see, it really makes you suffer a lot. And as you can see, again, this is where they give me my medicines. This one is valid until July 2021. And as you can see here, I got the medicines. Nova Rapid, which is this one, or this one. Lantus, which is this one, or this one, which I keep using. Remember, I'm not telling you to stop your treatment. You can die. If you stop your treatment, you can die. Or feel sorry for the rest of your life for the things that you can go through. And you can see here, Efficif. Once again, Daniel Jose Rostan Torres. And this is, I'm going to give you proofs because I've got papers everywhere. June 28th, 2019, this is how they control the needles. So they tell me, you see, you have been given 200 needles. The size of the needle, they control everything here. Everything is just automated and it's free. System in Europe is free. And they even tell you next time you have to go for your needles, it is this time. It was 2019, as you can see, 2019, 2020, Daniel Jose Rostan Torres. This is October 2020, Daniel Jose Rostan Torres. And last time I was given, it was December the 11th, 2020. As you can see, Daniel Jose. They control everything. They know if you are at least getting the boxes. They know everything. They control, I go to the doctor, and if I don't get this medicine, they tell me, why didn't you get your medicine? You should take your medicine. But fortunately, these are the things that I don't use. Why? I do use insulin. okay? But to the lowest level, not because I want, is because the body requires that. Because my diet and the things I take and the things I do, and some things that you would even freak about. If I tell you how you can control your glucose from not going too high, it'll go high, but there are things that you can do and you can eat and then you can take that is going to give you a good quality of life. What else can I tell you? Okay, 500 for the people that live in the United States. When I went to hospital, I had 27 for American standard, the glucose for American standards. And I'm always checking my glucose all the time. If I exercise, whatever I eat. And you see, it's like you have to be disciplined. If you're disciplined, if you do what your doctor tells you, if you keep taking your insulin, because you have to take your insulin, you have to. But if you add to that the things that I do, then you might have a good quality of life. Okay? But you should always, there are so many details that I cannot tell you here, and every case is different. Every person is different. You see, so this is why I decided to become a diabetes coach, because all you do is you require my services, and I listen to your case, and then I tell you what I did and what I would do, because I tested on myself with so many things, and I know exactly so many details. I know when it's going to go up. I know when it's going to go down. I know so many little tricks that is going to make your life better. Okay, so as I told you, I'm sorry, this video was not, I didn't prepare it. You see, this is just real life. I'm somebody who has diabetes, but I'm somebody who just went through a special case. Like I told you, doctors tell me that they don't understand my case, that they have never seen that before in my life. You see, according to medicine here, I am supposed to have a blood test every 3 months, but they say that now it's every 6 months. But now, every time I go to the doctor, a nurse, they tell me, we cannot give you a blood test because you're not supposed to be diabetic. You're not diabetic according to the law. So let's see what I can do for you, and I'm sure I can help you. Thank you very much. My name is Daniel Rostand, and best regards from the European Union. Bye.